You probably believe the money in your bank account belongs to you. It feels obvious. You worked for it, you earned it, you deposited it, so it must be yours. But that's not entirely true, because the moment you place your money into a bank, you don't store it, you lend it. Legally, that money stops being your property. It becomes the bank's asset. And what you have in return is not money. It's a claim, a promise, a number on a screen that represents what you should be able to access. And most of the time, that system works perfectly. You can withdraw your money. You can transfer it. You can spend it without thinking twice. Which is exactly why nobody questions it. Because normal conditions create the illusion of control. But the system isn't designed for stress, it's designed for stability. And when stability disappears, the difference between owning something and having access to it becomes very real. Because access can be limited, delayed, restricted, or completely denied. Not because your money is gone, but because the system controlling it is under pressure. History has shown this again and again. Moments where people technically had money, but couldn't use it. Banks closed their doors, withdrawals were capped, transfers were frozen. And suddenly a number on a screen stopped meaning anything. Because money is not just about value, it's about usability. If you can't reach it, you don't truly have it. And this is where most people misunderstand the system. They think safety comes from how much they have, but real safety comes from how easily they can access it. Because the system runs on trust. As long as people believe it works, it works. But the moment that belief is tested, everything changes, not slowly, but all at once. Because financial systems are not built like physical structures, they don't crack gradually, they depend on confidence. And confidence can disappear instantly. That's why bank runs happen, not because money disappears overnight, but because people lose trust at the same time. And when too many people try to access their money at once, the system cannot respond. The system cannot respond because it was never designed to. Banks don't keep all your money sitting there. They use it, they lend it, they invest it, which works perfectly until everyone wants it back. At that point, ownership becomes irrelevant, because what matters is not what exists, but what is available. And availability is fragile. More fragile than most people realize, because it depends on systems, rules, infrastructure, and decisions that are not always in your control. This doesn't mean the system is broken all the time. It means it has limits, limits that only become visible under stress. And by the time those limits appear, it's usually too late to react. That's the uncomfortable truth. You don't find out how strong a system is when everything works. You find out when it doesn't.
Then your options area resume or question isn't the way.